Hello and welcome all of you to an exciting session on life, education, careers and MBA powered by MBA-ROI.in. My name is Dr. Kamal Kishore Sharma, Fellow of IIM Ahmedabad and currently Director General at Taxila Business School. Let me first give you a brief overview of what is there in my mind, and that might trigger a few questions in your minds as well. So to me, the first question that I must answer to have a good life is, what is a good life? On a normal day, in an interaction with the students, I would take a lot of inputs from them. But since I am defining the ground here, so let me quickly share with you what is my understanding of good life. It all starts with health and well-being. And I'm sure all of you are safe at your workplaces, at your home, at your dwelling places. Corona is very hot these days and it's a very difficult environment that has been created. And I just hope that you keep safe in the coming days as well. If you have a good life, you must have a good body, a good mind to begin with. That's extremely important. Then you need to have an affiliation, sort of, with your friends, starting with your immediate nuclear family, extended family, and then friends. You need to have a sense of belongingness, a sense of purpose, a sense of togetherness. That gives you a lot of strength. Some people even depend on religion to get that strength from the thought of God of any kind and any nomenclature. Then comes skill that helps you earn and earn well, and that's where we will come in the coming slides. What is it about earning well? But some of your basic necessities must be satisfied, and that's food, clothing, shelter, your general needs and wants, including, let's say, a holiday travel or a fun joist outside in the city. Well, when the post-corona world opens up, I'm sure a lot of us will come out of our homes and would like to enjoy that, but you should be able to have that wherewithal, the money, the resources to spend on that, and that comes from your ability to earn, and that comes from a skill and a sound body and mind. Then comes love and respect. After doing all this, if you don't earn the respect of your family, of your friends, of your relatives, of the people around at your workplace, then all of this is in vain. And some of you, and in fact, to the extent of even 90% of their earnings have been donated in philanthropy and to NGOs. There are different ways in which different people are doing something for the society. It could be for the environment, it could be for the poor, it could be for knowledge, or anything that comes across that gives you satisfaction that you've worked and helped the society to achieve something. And all of this results into happiness. Imagine that. Why I am putting that yellow highlight over skill is because a lot of all this happiness, respect, love, society, philanthropy, basic necessity, all of that is connected to your ability to work, ability to earn, and that comes from skill and a sound body and mind. You must keep these things very hard in your memory. Now, once we have talked about a good life, it's important to understand, what are we talking it against? What are we pitching this good life against? To me, a good life is pitched against average life. Otherwise, there is no life. And no life means you are not bothered about anything. What's the difference between a good life and average life? If you go back to the previous slide, everything that you can think of that you are not able to do. For example, if you don't have enough food to eat, if you don't have a good, nice place to live, shelter, if you don't have good clothes to wear, you can't go out for a movie show or for shopping or getting some new things, or experiment around, or go on a pilgrimage, or for example, go for a tourism. You can't do all that. When all of that does not happen, you feel that your sense of neglect, sense of low respect. Look at this, what it all leads to: loss of happiness, more stress, jealousy, a behavior that even you don't want from others and you are inflicting it on others, a loss of respect. Look at this, what are we doing? A quality of life, if we understand it very well, the difference between a good life and an average life is too large a gap. Nobody wants an average life. Everybody wants a good life. But whatever it is required to be done to get that good life, are we ready to do that? Are we ready for hard work? Are we ready for competition? Because for a specific job, if there are two people, only the best will be selected. If it's a good job, best will be selected. If it's a good opportunity to grow or promotions, the better of the two or better of many will be selected. What about the uncertainty? We don't know what will my current efforts lead to. So what you end up with is shirking hard work. Dekha jayega, ho jayega. We'll see when it happens. Because hard work is really hard to do. It requires a solid mindset, a disciplined mindset. We all look for freedom, but freedom comes with responsibility. That's where we go wrong. Some of you actually start telling stories, imagining stories, remembering stories about rags to riches, lotteries, college dropouts making it big in the corporate world, people starting in garages becoming billionaires. All of these are very, very few stories. 1 in a million kind of stories. 1 in a million stories. That's 0.001%. It's important to understand that luck and fluke only happens to those who are ready for it. What is that readiness I'm talking about? Is there a way out? And that's education. Imagine this, just gesticulating. I'm sure I would be very close to that number when I say 99% of all non-entrepreneurs earning more than 25 lakhs per annum would be professional postgraduates or with professional degrees. For example, engineering or medicine. Even in medicine now, without a postgraduate, a good specialization degree, not many give you that sense of being an expert. Professional postgraduate. So eventually what has come down to is education is not preparation for life, education is life itself, as said by John Dewey. We are worried about careers, and careers connect to education. Both of these are inseparable, and all of these are connected to a good life. Now look at this. This is the most important. Last 2 slides before I open the session for question and answers. What factors go into choosing a career? You look at it, there are some things which are in your control. There are some things which have already been inherited, they are given. Being in control means you have a choice and you can make that choice. But there are other things that where you don't have a choice. For example, where do you live? Your parents, the society that you belong to, the upbringing in your childhood that gives you a certain sense of personality. your interests that also come out of your interaction with the society, your teachers in the school and colleges. The values and motivations, that's a matter of choice. Some people want to be really honest. Some people really want money and lots of money. Some people, after having money, they want to help others, or the other way around, they want to help others, so they want money. There are values and motivations for doing everything in life. Your contacts, the networks that you have are also sort of given, and as you grow up in your college life, by that time you realize that today technology provides you a lot of chance to network with each other, and hence you start developing your contacts beyond your family and immediate friends. Your location is a given. What is something that you can influence strongly is to develop skills that give you that earning ability. What kind of skills do you require to earn very well? To me, outside of what is there on the screen, to me, the best skills that will take you the longest distance, create the best first impression, are very simple 3 skills: reading, writing, and speaking. And this is not rocket science. This is all you have been doing all through your childhood. I don't know how much of it you are doing now in cases of a graduation or a post-graduation. How much are you writing? Speaking, yes, because your coursework requires you to make a lot of presentations. How much of reading are you doing? Okay, if you're reading a lot of your course books, reading is not only about course books. Reading is about reading a variety of things that gives you, develops a certain mindset, a broad mindset. Beyond these 3 skills of reading, writing, and speaking, the most important skills to me, if you're master in these 3, nothing can stop you to achieve anything in life. There are people who are making millions on one of these skills. Whether it's writing, they write very well and they are everywhere. Their written stuff is everywhere. If they speak very well, you can be a very good Harsha Bhogle as well. Reading is what helps you in these 2 skills. But beyond that, if you have to connect skill with a career, then you need to be more knowledgeable around certain skills that are important at workplace. And these are teamwork, problem solving, communications. As I talked about, reading, writing, and speaking, communication is an integral, most necessity, the biggest important skill. But these days, computing, analytics, critical thinking, design thinking are some of the skills that have come up very strongly in the recent times. And if you have that skill, it clearly differentiates you from one another. So teamwork, organizing, communications, problem solving, and technological skills around computing, that is computers, internet, social media, analytics, and overall business strategy, understanding of overall business strategy. Where do you get all this from? Where else than an MBA? If you look at it, there are engineers who are doing MBA. IIT, IIM is easily the best combination in India. Any engineering plus MBA is a good degree, a good combination. There are a lot of MBBS doctors also who are doing MBA because they want to manage the hospitality business rather than practice medicine itself. And everything else, every other skill ends up into the question of your ability to handle a business, whether it's a one-person business. I am very good at making these bottles. So I have to set up a unit, manufacturing unit, to make these bottles. manage the machine, and also manage the markets manage the customers where I'm selling this, and then also manage the accounts and finances. At the end of it, it's all about an entrepreneurial business environment that either you do yourself or you have to manage it. In both cases, a management professional, management postgraduate qualification, or even shorter courses are something that you have to look forward to. Remember that slide that 99% of those earning more than 25 lakhs as professionals would be professional postgraduates, and most of them are MBAs. So what is a good MBA then? And that automatically connects you to a very good career. The first thing that comes to my mind is the most basic necessity for an MBA institution is the infrastructure itself. An infrastructure, not only the building plus systems plus library plus faculty. Now faculty is about the reflection of what you are doing, what specializations are you letting the student to get into. Faculty themselves have a peer environment. How do they drive each other to be better in their own spheres in writing, publishing, teaching. And a student peer environment wherein they get a chance to interact with people. There are MBA schools which have mostly local students, and there are MBA schools which may have a class representing 10, 15, 20 states. A good MBA institute would have a history of alumni. They placed well, their achievements speak for themselves. The good MBA would have a good industry connect. Industry connect is defined in two ways. One in which the faculty connects with industry, doing research, projects, case studies. And the other way is the industry coming into the class where you get the practicing executives to come and share their experiences in class. How much of that is being done is an industry connect that connects to a very good MBA. Then a good curriculum design and the structure of specializations. Gone are the days when you needed to have most basic specializations are still HR, operations, marketing, finance, international business. But you need more than that because the supply side of MBA is very large in these vanilla specializations. Today, if you can combine it with a business analytics specialization, nothing beats that combination. And then a good MBA also realizes what you are weak at. For example, your soft skills, your personality, and that comes out through your presentations, seminars, events, etc., all the things that you do. Good placements is definitely one of the factors which defines everything of these things together when a student makes a choice. And then that brings us to the question of ROI, return on investment. And I have a very strong view on that. Generally, ROI is seen in terms of how much you are spending now and in how much time are you getting that particular amount of money back. Ever thought out of the box that the difference that you create by doing an MBA from such a good institution with such a good specialization background, how does it differentiate you from any other normal MBA? And that difference continues for the next 35-40 years of your active professional life. Look at that difference and you will kind of, conclude that education, a good MBA, whatever it costs, after having made the choice of the institute, whatever it costs, you should only be worried about that. Can I get that money from somewhere? Because the investment is on you, and that is the best investment in life.